Yo. Yeah. Say what's real.
My father figure keep me guided, I'm always protected. Not a single wrong, I don't ever get corrected. Light over my shoulders, tells from a priest. Take a Psalms 23 and sit your tail to a seat. Legendary in a way, but nothing like a tall tale. False gods set them up, they all fell. Fantasies, they all sell. Nothing in my time can compare to the timeless. The light behind my rhyme and the one who I get in line with. Ain't no other lane for this fire flame minister. Descended from a higher plane, ain't no higher name from the one. When a gun jam, I figure you know now. Divine power follow me, that's just how it be. I can testify for sure, my heart not pure, but still I get to see a day that I did not work for. Bodies dropping with the climate, gas raising on black faces. Still I'm the one who made it. I just be thinking when I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I go, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. With my conscience I acknowledge that there is a higher power. Look at me. False idols never promise victory. You survive cause you was meant to. Stop the guessing, you a prized possession. Blessing from the sky, ain't no higher lesson. I'm a messenger, you should get with this rhythm. Gospel, you ain't gotta be poor with chains no more. Flip up your master plate, don't be captivated by your master space. The earth is yours, but first the one we know gon' have to pass away. Destiny, you part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. Coming at the wild child who made it through the birth canal. One shot, amazing how you missed the kiss of death. Life was in your step, people turned away from out this way, never coming back. Slipped and fell inside the cracks, landed on their back, but you 10 toes in the field, still in one piece, for real from the bottom, where all kind of brothers get easily killed. Rest in peace to them. You part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. When I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. Something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. Most High. I said something keep watching me. Something keep watching me.
I just need a little faith in the Most High. He order all the steps I take. Time to get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. I will walk the water for your grace. Grace. I will walk the water for you. Daily reflection got me vexed about my ways. Did not reproach myself, this flesh I can't escape. escape. Put myself in check, Nike tracksuit in this case. A two-edged sword, you know that word, katana blades. Blades cut me asunder so my carnal mind don't blunder. Thank the most high for SOT, I'm out that slumber. I pray I'm of the multitude that you can't number. Times he had blessed me like in forest counting trees. Yeah, how a light is judgment, bring it to your knees. And it's a thin line between just enough and greed. Yeah, greed. I'm hungry for some righteous knowledge, I'm intrigued. Instruct on how to make it better for our seed. Loving your people, it's just more than a good deed. Seasons we got crabby with each other, disobeyed. So he put a nation over us, men that were base. They pervert the truth, they full of hate, they reprobates. Truth he made us all, but us and you can't conflate. Both found in the ditch when the fool tries to lead the blind. To be upright man, perfect the laws and be divine. Take me through that fire, a new mind to be refined. Even if at night the light hit gold, we still gon' shine. We still gon', yeah. You got that title that don't make you a good leader. You think your followers be gassing you, that's ether. He's pimping past the McIntyre congregation's Reba. Yeah, I see it. The wicked prosper, don't get caught up with the allure. A constant thought is one, our nation gon' get restored. Search for the answers, keep the laws at the end, endure. Yeah, endure. All the advice is in the book, let the fool won't visit. In wisdom show herself, the few and the most won't get it. Oh, wise man said, is this for sure or are you committed? Yeah, I'm in this. I'm putting bricks in for myself, you make your decision. The map is laid, I took the step, you trust your improvisions. A mustard seed of faith, now watch it grow up through the ceiling. And the most high, he order all the steps I take. Time to get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. I will walk the water for your grace. Grace. I will walk the water for your grace.
Welcome to the Truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's mission is to humble the world in the truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's vision is to build up the poor man and woman in spirit. Many people are deceived by lies, deceit, fraud, pride, forward mouth, arrogance, and evil ways. The poor in spirit are attacked daily. The vision to build up the spirit is to cause people only to walk in the ways of Yahweh, just as his son Yahweh Shai and the prophets did, by not just speaking the word, but by putting every word Yahweh spoke into action.
We're the Sons of Thunder Israelites, and it's our heart's prayer and desire that you all get the Truth of Yah game.
Use our discount code SOT for additional savings.
Shalom.
All right, man, let's play, man. Let's get it going, man.
Shalom. Shalom, Yasha Allah.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, I pray brothers and sisters are doing well in the spirit tonight. Let me go ahead and let y'all see my whole ugly mug. All right. I pray y'all brothers and sisters is doing well in the spirit. All right. Bahashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. All right. All right. We coming off a new moon. All right. One of our holy days. Right. We ain't dealing with that paganism, man. Okay. We got more holy days than the so-called world got so-called holidays. Right?
Right.
All right. It's natural for Jake to always want to get together, man, congregate, have a good time, you know, sip on a little bit of strong drink, but do it in moderation. Con? Okay. That's natural. It's natural to kick it. Hey, the scripture said that Jacob is a plain man, that dwelleth in tents. Okay. See, we got to understand, man, Esau, he was a hunter by nature. Okay. He was a hunter by nature. All right. He's used to being out there in the field. okay? Like the beast of the field, right? Okay,
Right.
getting his hands dirty, getting his work on, right?
Like you're
Okay.
not bathing.
Hey, ain't that the truth? It's smelling like the doggone field, smelling like outside, right?
Uh,
Okay. Hey, but all praises to the Most High for his holy days, for his high holy days. All praises to the Most High for his beautiful Son. Okay. All praises to the Most High for his grace. All right. The brother Yazabad bringing us in. Okay, that's the brother right there to my right, bringing us in. All right, with the beautiful song "Grace." Khan.
Con, that's right. That's some heat.
And we
praise,
also got the
praise.
brother Mathathia. Hey, say your name right. If I'm butchering it,
Con, Matateo.
Mathatheo. I'm gonna get it right. Mathatheo. I want to say Mathatheo for some reason. All right. All praises to the Most High. All right. So we got some decent content tonight. Okay. This lesson right here, though. Okay, or this topic, I should say, it's been on my heart for a while. Okay, I've had some of the articles for about a good maybe 5 months now. Okay, and it's something that I wanted to put together. Okay, but I wanted to do it right because it's a situation, all right, that's plaguing our people. Okay, it's plaguing our people, and we got to understand it. Okay, you know, when we round out this broadcast tonight, okay, you're gonna see how ignorant we are. Okay, you're gonna see how ignorant we are as a people. Okay, we, to include me, God. All right, you're gonna see how ignorant we are. Okay, I mean we're blinded, man. Okay, give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28 real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 28. Hey, Shalom.
Con, I'm there.
All right, brother Soldier Nakawashi in the building. Hey, Shalom, that king. Hey, if y'all haven't seen a new video, all right, from Sons of Thunder out in DC, hey, make sure y'all watch that video, man, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, a lot of you brothers and sisters, especially you old school brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, like myself, I throw myself in that category. Hey, we go to the videos and we watch them. We may like them, but we not subscribing to that channel. Okay, if you subscribe to that channel, you're going to be prompted when those brothers put a video out. Okay, and the brother Captain Araya bringing that heat out there in DC. All right, subscribe to all of our channels. All right, you're already subscribed to the main channel. More than likely, if you're not, make sure you subscribe. Okay, make sure you subscribe to Sons of Thunder Alabama. Make sure you subscribe to Sons of Thunder Fort Myers. Okay, Captain Yaiquab out there putting in work. Okay, I saw some messages today. Okay, where brothers want to build down in Florida. All praises to the Most High by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, man. So, hey, Sons of Thunder is growing in the spirit. Okay, and you can't thank nobody but the Most High. Con?
That's right. Con. Hello,
Right,
y'all.
give me that in Deuteronomy 28 and 28, because we're talking about how blinded, how doggone, dumb, how dumb we are. Okay, bring it out.
That's right. Just the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
It said the Lord's gonna smite us, all right, with blindness. He's gonna make us mad. That means crazy, out of our minds. Okay, we ain't gonna have a clue walking around here in need of so-called medication. Okay, doggone, just talking all out the side of our neck. All right, the conversations that we have are not holy. They're not biblical. They're not of the Most High. All right, they don't even matter. They have zero weight to them because we're occupied in the world. We're occupied, all right, in the philosophies and doctrines of this world. Read it again, Ak.
That's right. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Right.
Verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind.
The scripture says we're going to grope at noonday. So that means that it's light outside. Okay. We're going to grope at noonday. Read on.
In darkness, and thou shalt prosper.
Pick up where it says grope at noonday.
Okay, come. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
As the blind gropeth in darkness. So it's light outside, okay? And we can't see what's really going on. We can see, okay? We can see the sun shining, okay? We can see the trees, all right? We can see the people, all right, in our face, right? We can see what's going on physically, but we don't see what's going on spiritually. And that's our problem, okay? That is our problem as a nation. In order for you to start figuring this thing out, you're going to have to pick up the book. You're going to have to pick up the book. You're going to have to read, and you're going to have to execute what you read. This is the book, all right, of the commandments and the law, right? The law is going to endure forever. I'm paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing Baruch right now. Con? This law is going to last forever. How do we know that? Because the book starts off telling you, all right, that we got to keep the law. The law was given to the Israelites to be a light in the sight of the nations, right? To be our wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, right? Then what is the end result of us coming back to the law? For us rehearsing the righteous acts. The end result is the Most High being pleased with us. Okay, all right, y'all gave it y'all best shot. Now I'm gonna program it in your minds to where you automatically do it the way I want you to do it. You're gonna do it my way. That's the new covenant. All right, you find that in the book of Hebrews 8:8. The law which endureth forever. Con? Okay. And when you go into Revelation chapter 22, all right, it tells you, all right, that those that keep the law are the ones that are going to get the kingdom. All right. So from doggone beginning to end, the scriptures is all about keeping the law. All right. And the only reason why you don't understand that is because you're not keeping this law. Period. Okay. You don't read. All right. And you don't care. And for that reason, you got us out here looking dumb. Okay. All right. But look, we're not here to persecute our people. That's not what we're here to do. Give me that in the book of Titus. All right. Chapter 1. All right. Give me the book of Titus, chapter 1. All right. The scripture says, we were once foolish. All right. We were once foolish. That's in Titus 3. Titus 3, I believe. My bad.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 3.
Right.
For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures.
So the men of the Lord, the ones that are doing the work right now, we ourselves were one time foolish. Okay. And we trying to pull you in. We trying to doggone pull you aboard. Okay. Trying to get you on the doggone ship. Right. So we can get the heck up out of here. Right. Wake up. Wake up, Jacob. Okay. Wake up and stop doggone wallowing in your foolishness. Con? All right.
All
right. Hey, brother Yazabat, a shout out to people in the chat.
We're gonna start off with the members. Shout out to Danny Mills, Shalom. SOT Soldier Yakoria, Shalom, Adawan. SOT Shalama, Shalom. SOT Soldier Warrior Micah Allah, Shalom, Adawan.
God.
SOT Soldier Yotham, Shalom up. SOT Soldier Kowal, Yahawada, Shalom, Adawan.
Shalom.
The Adawan Malak Yawasap, Shalom.
What's up?
The sister with the Hebrew name, Shalom, sis.
Shalom, princess.
Who we got? Hios del Truno. I'm gonna get with Adawan y'all all and get that y'all all and get that correct
Okay.
pronunciation
Hey,
of that.
hey, Yazabat, are you shouting out just the members, right?
Come on, Adawan.
Okay.
Saria Lizenby. Shalom. I know I butchered that, Sister Shalom though.
Shalom, Princess.
And who else we got? And I think that's we got Aparium, Shalom,
Shalom, shalom. All
and
right.
James, Shalom. I think that's it,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Akim, shalom, akwaf. All right. Once again, we like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. All right. I'd like to give a hearty shalom to the nation. All right. Of Israel. All right. So you know what it is. Okay. You all saw the title. All right. The title's crazy, man. All right. Title says, I wish I was white. Okay. Racism causes mental illness. All right. Racism causes mental illness, and we're going to talk about, all right, something else. All right. So we got to talk about this because, you know, our long suffering, all right, as a result of our disobedience, has caused us to go completely off. Okay. And we're continuing to do this to ourselves. God,
Right.
all right. And we're the only ones that can get ourselves out of this mess, man. That's what we got to understand, man. Okay. I got a little bit of content. I'm going to start, all right, showing you all right, this article. So this article that I was reading, it was titled Birth to Death. Okay. And it was given statistics, all right, of our people and how short of a lifespan we had. Okay. And what the causes were scientifically, all right, historically, all right, and based off of, their random research. Okay. What's causing these things. All right. And I'm going to tell you something, man. They're saying racism, okay, is one of the number one causes of us dying early. All right. And you might be asking yourself, well, how does racism make you die there in my Kaya? Okay, well, look, I'm going to let you see. I'm going to let you see, all right, what these people had to say, all right, as I bring you in, okay? Say something to the people, their kings.
You go ahead.
All right, yeah, calm, man. Hey, it's racism that got Eve aborting her babies, man. You know, keeping Jake out the crib so they can't raise their kids. You know, it's racism that put all that into playing where you got the lowest of the lowest jobs, and Eve got to depend on the government before she depend on her man.
That's right. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, I went to the wrong spot. I'm supposed to go here. I'm just gonna go into the yeah. Go ahead, King.
It's also that racism got us hating each other because we look up to these white folks and we demean each other because we're not there, and we try to make ourselves look better by hating each other to the white folks. In turn, they just still hate you even more. So it really don't matter.
Right, and you know what Kanye was speaking before he turned back into his ways, where he was like, what's the real anti-Semitic was like, where he say, I'm a F this dude wife, you know, or I'm gonna kill this dude, I'm gonna kill this dude, you know, and that got our kids growing up and like that's how they want to be, that's what they want to be now. That's racism, man. That's Amalek put on that out for the media, man.
Hey, that's right. Okay. But ultimately, like the brothers is saying, you know what I mean? We're doing this to ourselves with self-hate. Con. All right. But as we continue to dig our own holes, right? As we continue, all right, to break the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, his sword, which is the other nations, right? Okay. And chiefly the Edomites continue to oppress us. All right. And they continue to keep us low in every possible way. All right. So like I said, all right, the bits and pieces I'm gonna give you tonight are coming from, all right, this article, all right, called birth to death. Okay, and this was one of the segments. All right, where my man at? Where my man? All right, we definitely gotta make sure we're putting our disclaimer on this. All right,
fair use.
Fair use. All right, my guy, he might have alerted me. There he is. SOT Asha'Allah. All right, fair use. Okay. So when we look at this, all right, this title here says Black kids face racism before they even start school. All right. It's driving a major mental health crisis. All right. So we'll look down at the caption here. All right, as it says, 18% of Black youth said they were exposed to racial trauma often or very often in their life. 50% experienced moderate to severe symptoms of depression. Okay, these are children we talking about. All right, when we think about our children, they ain't supposed to have a doggone care in the world. Right?
Right.
They're not supposed to have a care in the world. But what did the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, right, in verse, what is it, 50? Get that real quick. Get Deuteronomy 28 and 50 real quick. All right.
The book of Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Hey, they don't care about our old folk, okay? And they don't care about our young. They can care less. All right? They can care less. What type of person, all right, in their right mind thinks this way? All right? Who's heartless like this? I'll tell you, your neighborhood friendly Edomite. That's who. Okay? All right, the sister Benaiah said it's the Edomite teachers. Okay? All right, that's partly true. All right, that's partly true. We got a lot to do with this as well, Princess. Okay? But I'm going to go to the first part, all right, of this article. All right, and I hope, can you see the chat there, brothers? Can you brothers and sisters see that? All right, can you brothers and sisters see that? All right. I got a computer up. Of course, I can see it. I know brothers and sisters that are looking on their televisions can probably see it. Put a 7 in the chat if you can see it. Okay. If not, we're going to read it for you. All right. It's fine. We're going to read it. All right. So the brother Lewis says he can see it. He says zoom in. All right. I can zoom in on it a little bit. Nah, it's not letting me zoom in there, bro. This is about as best I can do, okay? All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and read it for you if you can't see it, all right? All right, so this is in Columbus, Ohio. To her students who need the most support, India Schroeder is rarely just Miss Schroeder. She's a family figure they call mom. All right. A trusted guide as they negotiate their teenage years. They open up to her about their dating lives, about pregnancy scares, about their fights with their parents, about the trauma they experience outside school. She keeps a mental list of those risks or self-harm or suicide and checks to see how they are doing. Now look, what's going on? Okay, what's going on? It looks like the teacher is taking on the responsibility of the parent. Okay. What's going on here? All right. Shouldn't the parents, all right, be talking to their children about these issues right here? Why are our children relating to a teacher or a counselor about the trauma that they experience outside of school? Why is a young girl going to talk to a teacher, all right, and probably one from another nation about a pregnancy scare? They feel more comfortable talking to these teachers than they feel comfortable talking to you. Okay? And why is that? Because we're preoccupied with everything else that's going on, and we're allowing our children to be raised by the system.
Right.
Okay? This is the first thing that I see. Okay, I was having an interesting discussion about this with some brothers last night, something similar. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue. All right. It says she keeps a mental list of those at risk of self-harm and suicide. You got these kids going to their teachers and counselors telling them that I want to kill myself. All right. And it checks to see how they are doing. It's part of her job of being a counselor in any American high school. But at a predominantly Black school, like the one in Columbus, Ohio, where Stroder works, students' mental health is further tested by pressures and discrimination they endure because they are Black, so-called Black, as well as poverty and violence in some communities that they faced years of disinvestment. All right, that right there is key. All right, of how long this has been going on. This has been going on, all right, since doggone grade school. We're talking about high school kids right now. Anytime you deal with African American mental health, you're not dealing with one thing. Stroder said it's several things. It is trauma that has not been addressed. All right, it's trauma that's not being addressed, but it's also not being addressed by the right people. And it's also not being handled spiritually, right? With scripture. You're talking about a school counselor who's gotten his or her wisdom and knowledge, understanding from the world. Okay. But what about that counsel that can give you spiritual guidance? All right. Because the Most High gave us the blueprint, all right, to staying healthy, physically and mentally. It's in the scriptures.
That's right.
Most High tell you what to eat, okay? Most High tell you how to live, all right? And if you follow that blueprint, okay, if you follow that blueprint, you got a chance, all right, of being healthy physically and mentally. You can't escape the curses. You can't escape the curses. It's going to happen, right? Okay, but because we haven't kept his law, statutes, and commandments, this is the situation that we end up in, Con. All right, I'll continue to read because I want to. Hey, you got a precept or something?
Con, Adam, I got perfect precept.
Okay, I want you to hold it until I get done reading this, okay? Because I want to get past this reading, all right?
Con,
all right, then we'll get your precept, King. All right. It says the drivers of mental health crisis for Black children began early and persist through a lifetime. Black children's first encounters with racism can start before they're even in school. And Black teenagers report experiencing an average of 5 instances of racial discrimination per day. Young Black students are often perceived as less innocent and older than their age, leading to disproportionately harsher discipline in schools. Okay, you see that play on words right there? Okay, because they look more mature, we're gonna doggone give them harsher punishment. No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, it's you doggone keeping your stock in line. Okay,
Right.
That's what that's about right there. All right, because this right here is systematic, all right, oppression. Black adolescents are far less likely than their white peers to seek and find mental health care. In part, that's because Black families often distrust the medical system after generations of mistreatment from lack of access to care, being subject to racist practices and experimentation like the Tuskegee study. That happened right down the road from me. Okay, I'm less than an hour away from Tuskegee right now. Okay, these devils put doggone diseases on our people. Okay, use this as lab rats. That's how they think about you. Then that's how they feel about you. All right, it doesn't stop. They're running all kinds of studies in these behavior classes on our students. Okay, it's still going on today. This is not a coincidence. All right. Hey, the brother said this is BS. He said, I know 24-year-old white people that look 40. Okay. All right. All right.
Like bananas.
Right. I'm going to read. Research and health surveillance data point to a growing mental health crisis among Black youth over decades between 91 and 2019. Black adolescents had the highest increase among any racial or ethnic group and prevalence of suicide attempts, a rise nearly 80%. So 80% of our kids want to off themselves. I'm almost done there. King, so you can bring that precept up. About 53% of Black youth experience moderate to severe symptoms of depression, and about 20% said they were exposed to racial trauma often or very often in their life. These disparities and lived experiences have systematic roots, including discrimination in housing, education, and healthcare, and they have led to Black people experiencing higher rates of poverty and being underinsured. Financially, stability does not shelter Black youth from the toll of racism on their mental health, said Dr. So-and-so. All right, a psychologist, a mental health nonprofit focus of youth of color. All right. Socioeconomic status adds another layer to it, but that's not the thing that drives a lot of behaviors that our young people are experiencing, she said. It's the fact that people make assumptions about Black kids based purely on their stereotypes. So what it's saying is that they don't really care. Okay, they don't want to take their time to figure out what's really going on with you. They're just going to base it off of a stereotype and get it over with. All right. Oh, he comes from the hood. Okay. All right. He's got it rough. All right. So we expect him to act that way. Okay. We expect this young girl to get pregnant. All right. And it can be something, you know what I mean, far worse. But they don't care. And the scriptures tell you they don't care. Go ahead, King.
Khan Adawan. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 8 and verse 3. And it reads, Israel has cast off the thing that is good. The enemy shall pursue him. Right? Because as Adawan was saying, we didn't cast away the laws of the Most High. We want to be like these other nations and want to be welcomed into the other nations so bad. We cast off the law that was given to us from the absolute beginning. Right? It says the enemy shall pursue him. So even as you in your mom's womb, the enemy is pursuing you. Why? Because the abortion clinic is right down the block, right? And your mom is going through things and she's having a hard time with the bills, and it's hard facing these curses, man. So even as you in the womb, you facing a war, right? Your enemy is putting all these things to destroy you, right? And as you growing up, you got to deal with the racism in school. What I don't want to say, 80% of our people want to off themselves. That's insane. That's insane. Off a stereotype that Esau put on you anyway. The chicken and the watermelon, right? Oh, this man's a thug. They're gonna look at brother right there with the dreads on and say, "Oh, what gang he in?" That's crazy.
Hey, that's right. Hey, look what the brother James said. The brother James says the sad part is that the parenting is coming from younger parenting nowadays. Okay, now. Hey, I'm gonna agree with the brother. Okay, I personally don't think it's anything wrong with younger parenting because I believe our ancestors, all right, were young parents, right? But the problem is we don't have the family structure in place, all right, to make the family work. There's no man in the house. Okay,
right.
There's no man in the house. All right, you're not living by the laws, the statutes, and commandments. Okay, and if you don't have the law, and if you don't have Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai as the foundation in your life, you're gonna fail.
Right.
All right, and that's point blank. Period. You cannot win. All right. Majority of our people out here chasing the bag, man. All right. The majority of our sisters is out here chasing their next degree. All right. And the raising of their children is next. They'll rather buy their children a PlayStation and an Apple Watch and the new Jordans than to nurture and care for them. All right. That's how doggone silly we are. All right. Then the brother, when he's looking at this sister, okay, and it's hard for brothers, okay, because we got the most beautiful women in the world. It's hard for brothers in that regard, but you gotta use your brain, brothers. You have to use your brain. You gotta think. Okay, look, I see her. Okay, but hold on for a minute. If I shoot my shot with this sister, am I gonna take care of her? Okay, am I gonna take care of her? All right, that needs to be your thought. Yeah, we gotta prove this, that, and the third. We gotta prove, of course. We gotta use the proper 7. I gotta say this. All right, because you got certain people that be in the chat. Okay, if you don't explain it, all right, bit by bit, all right, them jokers want a dog on strike. Okay, but look, we gotta think and stop being hasty and rash in our decisions. All right, and start doggone building these families right. Okay, so that our children won't be doggone reprobates out here, man. We jacked up. And when I say we, okay, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about all of us. We jacked up, man, as a people. All right, now check this out. I want you to see how it carries over. Okay, how this thing carries over. All right, into our lives. Okay, all right, into our adulthood. Okay, watch this.
Or say the N-word in a sentence, and they will look at me for a reaction. And I didn't know how to react because I didn't really know what the word really meant. Because
Did you ever heard it before? That day?
Yes, I've heard it, but like I've never really
not directed at you.
No, I've never really been like called it. Yeah.
Hey, so you hear the sister, okay? The young sister sitting here, and she's saying, "Hey, I ain't never been called a doggone N-word before. Ain't never been called that. Okay, I ain't never really. I really don't know the meaning of the word." When she said that, I threw my head down. Okay, because what it let me know is that this young lady has been blinded. Okay, she's come up with the idea that color and race don't matter. Okay, that's what she's been taught, and that's what we were all taught, right? Okay,
right.
And she's trying to be accepted. See, what we got to understand, folks. All right, we see with our eyes, right? But as we look out into the world, we don't see ourselves unless we like look down at our hands. But these lenses that we have are looking at everything else that's out in the world. And when we see people, if they don't look like us, okay, in the mindset in which we grew up in, it's okay. All right. Everybody's the same. So if she's in an environment where everybody is predominantly one race, okay, and she's been treated the same pretty much her whole life, when she gets called an NIGGA, it's going to feel some kind of way to her. Who, me? All right. You're not talking about them jokers down in the hood at them black schools. You're talking about me.
Right.
She don't even know who she is. Listen to her. Listen to her. Look how jacked up we are, people. Listen.
Directed at you?
No, I've never really been like called it. Yeah, I didn't know how to react to it at first. I'm like, there was like no reaction, but then I had to laugh along with it because after a while what else are you supposed to do? Like the jokes are.
Now the sister said after a while, when they start calling her a tar baby, okay, when they start, telling her that she need to spit those doggone watermelon seeds out, and how was that fried chicken you had last night, sister? She had to laugh along with it. Sister. You don't. Okay? You don't have to laugh along with it. Give me that in Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31.
That's the spirit, Edwin, because I was just going to pull that precept. I'm there already.
Go ahead and pull it. You go ahead and pull it.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
It says, envy not your oppressor, and choose none of his or her ways. Okay? You don't have to be envious of these devils. Okay? You were made separate, and you were made holy. But guess what? Your ancestors messed up, baby. Okay? Lamentations 5 and 7, get it. Your ancestors messed up, baby. Okay? So therefore, all right, we got some doggone work to do. And it ain't going to be easy. All right? Read that. Lamentations chapter 5 and 7.
This is the book of Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not,
Our
and we
fathers, our ancestors have sinned. All right. They spit at the Most High God and his Son. All right. Read.
our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities.
But we have borne their iniquities. We got to deal with it. All right. But it's okay because guess what? We are our ancestors. We're the same people. All right. There's no end of all the people. If you be spiritual, you know what I'm saying, God. Okay. Now they got a lesson coming soon about that. All right. Give me Proverbs chapter 24 and 19. Give me Proverbs 24 and 19. Because the sister's saying, hey, she got to laugh along with these doggone cheese-eating devils. Okay. That's doggone calling her all kind of doggone names, man. Because she different. What am I supposed to do? I can't fight them all. All right. Read.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked.
It said, fret not yourself at evil men, and don't be envious of these devils. Okay. You know, you don't, princess, listen, we got to endure. Okay. And that enduring, all right, is multiple things. We got to endure. You know, I was talking about it last week, you know, how Adawan was saying, you know, that, you know, we in the game. Okay. And they got the doggone game on hard. They got it on all Madden. Okay. The game is on all. Okay. Back in the day, I used to play Contra. Y'all don't know what that is, man. Y'all don't know what Contra is, man. All right. On the NES. Okay. And you'll get down to one life. Okay. And you doggone battling, man. You got your bazooka, man, and you battling them devils. You feel me? But that's how we are. We're on the hardest level in the game. Okay. We're on the hardest level in the game, and we got one life. Okay. In this lifetime. Con? All right. And we got to endure it. That's how it is. Who is that? Hey, Shalom said, I'm old enough to know. Con. That was the game, King. That was the game coming up. All right, I'm going to continue to play the video.
They're not funny, but you're just like, everybody else is laughing, so you got to laugh too.
You're trying to fit in.
Yeah. And like, I'm trying to fit in. I'm trying to be like the other kids because I'm different. That's like, they showed me that different is wrong. Mm-hmm. Different is not right. You're supposed to be like this.
All right, so she said, hey, these jokers showed me that different is wrong. Okay? You supposed to be like us. And because you ain't like us, we gonna let you have it every time we see you. You got that nappy hair, girl. All right? You got that doggone dark skin. All right? I'm jealous of it. All right? Jealous of that. Because when I step out in the sun, I get burnt. Okay? You know? You're gonna get it every time you encounter these devils. And we're gonna talk about that. You know, the fact that we're in this situation in the first place. All right. This sister is on her enemy's turf, right? And she by herself, man. She ain't got no help. Okay. She on her enemy's turf. She ain't got no help. Give me the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1. All right. 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 15. Okay. They telling, she looking at me like, look, this is what right looks like. Right looks pure. It looks white. Okay. You, all right. You different. All right. So you stand out too much. All right. You can't be like us. You're going to be the target, all right, of our jokes. Right? Read that.
Salaki. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, and verse 15. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation.
Read.
Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy.
You're supposed to be different. Okay? You already look different. And guess what? You look like the Most High. You look like his son. Okay? But had our ancestors been doing the right thing, we would have known this. If we've been following what the book of Psalms chapter 78 says, all right, we would have known this. And we wouldn't be looking at our oppressors as the epitome of beauty. Okay? We wouldn't be looking at the Barbie test. You know what I mean? Where they took a doggone white Barbie doll and they took a black Barbie doll and they asked the young girl, which one is pretty? All right? And all of the doggone young ladies, all right, 90% of the time are going to pick that white Barbie doll. And the reason why they're going to pick that white Barbie doll is because that's what they see on the TV. And for a period of time, they dominated the education field to where when your kids went in there, they had to see a white teacher. Every little girl wanted to be a teacher coming up. When I was coming up, every little girl wanted to be a teacher. That's the profession they wanted. Okay? Because that's who they learn from. That's who they're sharing their secrets with, like we talked about earlier. They want to be like them. Okay? They see the woman in charge of the classroom. All right? They come home, they see the same thing. All right? But in a different light. Con?
That's low-key deep.
All right? The Most High told you to be holy. You're supposed to be different. Okay? But that different is rooted in the law, the statutes, and commandments, the way of the Lord. Okay? It's not like them. All right? I'm gonna continue to play.
And I felt disgusted with myself because I was different. Like I was like, why was I different? Why did I have to be different? Why can't I be like every other cookie cutter person in Croswell?
So y'all heard what she said, right? Okay.
All right, go
on. I'm different. I look different. Everything's different. All right. Why can't I be like every cookie cutter in Crossville? I believe that's the name of the town. Meaning, why can't I be white?
Right.
That's what she's saying. She want to be like them. Okay? And there's something seriously wrong with that, man. All right? There's something seriously wrong with that. All right? The scriptures tell you in the book of Isaiah chapter 45, all right, in verse 17, you shall not be ashamed, there Israel, because you are the Lord's people. And salvation is reserved for you. What you got to be doggone ashamed about? You God's chosen people. You got the only God in the earth, and his son is coming back here to defend you. What you need to be ashamed about? All right? These devils are reserved to be your slave. Okay? Everything is upside down. Con?
Do you feel that your counselor, your parents, and anyone else have helped you understand that that's not right?
Yeah, but I'm still...
You're still working on it.
Yeah. My mindset still is a little hard-headed. Sure. It hasn't changed, but I'm inching towards it. If you are having that problem and your parents are able to get you in counseling as well, that's the best. Okay. You need to talk to someone, even if it's not. It's hard to talk to your parents about that, and it's hard to talk to your peers about it because they see only what they see, and you can only explain what you see, and they can't see from that point of view. So it's always just talk to someone from a different area.
Hey, the sister said talk to somebody from a different area. Now, what she mean by that? Okay? What she mean by that? She ain't talking about go talk to some doggone black folks. That ain't what she's saying. Okay? That's what she should be saying. All right? But she's saying get as far as away from that school, all right? And get the best counselor that money can buy to make you feel good. Okay? Because we're going to continue to go to our oppressors thinking that they're going to save us. Give me that in the book of Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17, man. All right? Give me Lamentations.
I'm there, other one.
Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, Our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. We really believe that one day things are going to change. All right. And just like what Dr. King said, okay, little boys and little girls everywhere are going to hold hands. Okay. All right. And live together. And that is the doggone definition of paradise. La-ah. La-ah. All right. The definition of paradise is the Israelites gathering themselves together, keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. And having these damn heathens under our feet. Right. That's the definition of paradise. And until you realize that, you're going to stay the bottom of the barrel. That's all right. Hey, somebody got anything to add before we move to the next video?
Khan, I got a precept, Adawan.
Hey, go ahead, King.
Khan, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye. Right? So, you know, we scattered abroad. So it's not just here in America that our people are going through this, right? We're going through this where no matter where we at, right? But the Most High, that's why you got to remember, and that's why you got to read. That Adawan is trying to stress. You got to read the book. The Most High said, "He that touches you touches the apple of his eye," man. Right? So don't just think the Most High, he's just letting it slide. The Most High is gonna pay these nations back with vengeance for you. This is why you got to keep the faith and stay reading and steady keeping these commandments, man, to get the promises promised unto you. We know it's hard. Of course it's hard, but you got to grind that out because the kingdom is it's going to be like a dream, man.
That's right. Hey, that's right. Okay. Hey, the brother, he's speaking truth. All right. Hey, we gotta do our part, man. Okay. And we got to have faith. Con? All right. Let me get that copyright disclaimer. All right. All right. Got another interesting video. Let's go ahead and play it.
Suing a school district because of racism and also sexual harassment. Now, I want you to hear her story real quick in this clip, but we're going to really talk about it because it's something I've told you guys many, many times before. That's something we should never do in the United States of America as black people. Let's roll the clip.
What Barry was doing is.
Hey, look, before, we hear from the sister. You heard the brother in the beginning. Here we got another 17-year-old sister. Now, this sister, she off in Wisconsin. All right. In some town called Baberoo. All right. But he said she's encountering racism and sexual harassment. Now, hold on. If her school is predominantly white and she's being discriminated against, why is she being sexually harassed? We're going to talk about it.
It's not okay.
Deja Banks says she felt unwelcome in the Baraboo School District since the first grade.
I'm being told I couldn't play with people because of my hair or the color of my skin. I thought there was something wrong with me.
She said she was 7 years old when the harassment started.
Every time an issue occurred, I would go and tell a principal. I would go to the office and ask to speak to a principal, and I would tell them what happened, and they told me that they would handle it, but it continued to happen, so I felt as though they weren't doing anything.
Banks said the problems continued for the next 8 years. In a law.
All right, so we see how, the sister said, I kept getting discriminated against, and I went and did the right thing. I went and told those good old folks at Mayberry, all right? I went on and told them, all right, that I was getting discriminated, all right? Sick the law on them. Do something about it. Suspend these kids, all right? And nothing happened for 8 years. 8 years. What's going on, man? Huh?
That's crazy.
What's going on here? Okay. Why did you notice? Get me the book of Sirach. Give me Sirach 6. Okay. Give me Sirach chapter 6. She's in a predominantly white area. Okay. I believe 80% of the kids in this area are white.
What verse that one?
Okay. 13, King.
God, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Right.
And take heed of thy friends.
And take heed of your friends. All right. What you doing in this area? And the same thing goes, all right, for the sister in the first video. Okay. And this is a question to your parents. What are you doing? Why are we continuing to put our kids at a disadvantage? Okay. We got the mindset. I told y'all earlier. We got a very reprobate way of thinking. All right. I'm going to send my kids to the best schools. I'm going to send them where the white folks at. But when you send them where the white folks at, they're outnumbered. And they end up in this situation where they're doggone discriminated against. Sister getting sexually harassed. You're already jacked up because we're out here chasing all these degrees. All right. We're working 12-hour doggone shifts. And everybody except us is raising our children. Think about it. Think about it. All right. We're doing this the wrong way. Read the scripture again.
Come. So I can. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of
separate yourself from your enemies and do what?
And take heed of thy friends.
And take heed to your friends. Take heed to so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, of Negro and Indian descent, and so-called Native American. Con? Those are your friends. That's your family. The Israelites. All right. And preferably those who are in this truth. Okay. If you can do it. All right. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. You probably should be homeschooling your kids. Okay. Because now you got eyes on them. And what's being taught is coming from you. Con? I know that there are a couple of Israelite academies out here. All right. Which is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But hey, as long as we under these curses, all right, we'll never have the upper hand. All right.
Suit filed in federal court Wednesday. She details how she was harassed and bullied for the color of her skin, was called the N-word on numerous occasions, was called a cotton picker at one point, and experienced numerous cases of being sexually harassed by other students.
Well, one person.
Sexually harassed?
Yeah.
Why is our sister being sexually harassed? Give me Daniel chapter 11 and verse 36. All right. Daddy's little girl. Okay. But daddy in prison. Okay. Oh, mama don't want daddy in the house. She getting sexually harassed. All right. By these devils, man. Come on. Read that.
This is the book of Daniel. Oh, you got it up.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 11, verse 36. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of the gods.
Would help stick up for me.
What did the scriptures tell you that Lucifer, right? Okay. We know that in context it's talking about, all right, the king of Babylon, but it's also spiritually talking about, all right, the kings of modern day Babylon, right? What did he say? All right, I'm going to make myself like the Most High. Con? That's Isaiah 14. All right. Read that again.
From the top of the one?
Just read where it says, and he shall exalt himself.
Count on the one. And he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every God, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till indignation be accomplished.
And he's going to prosper till indignation be accomplished. Read on.
For that is determined shall be done.
Read.
Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women,
nor the desire of women. All right. Read on.
Nor regard any God.
Read.
For he shall magnify himself above all.
For he's going to magnify himself above all. So he doesn't desire. Okay. He doesn't care about the desire of women, man. Okay. If he don't care about what the doggone women think, okay, or treating them in the like manner, you know what I mean? He can care less. What is he thinking about doing? Ravaging them. Okay. Trampling over them. All right. He hasn't been taught properly. He's a doggone savage. Okay. A vagabond in the earth. Con? All right. Why are our women being harassed? Okay. Discriminated against and sexually harassed at the same time? It doesn't make sense, because if you don't like our women, why are you trying to get at them? It doesn't make sense.
Occasions, was called a cotton picker at one point and experienced numerous cases of being sexually harassed by other students.
Well, one person would help stick up for me, but because of that, she also got harassed.
Banks said she hopes her lawsuit can open up the door for administration to push for more education on being culturally sensitive, and that sexual harassment of any kind will be dealt with appropriately.
It doesn't feel right. Like, I was born there, and it kind of, it's heartbreaking not being able to go to what should be your home and not feel like home.
What you heard in this video, extremely horrible. You know my position on that. We should be having schools to protect our children from racism, white supremacy. That's the only way you're going to protect your children. You cannot put them in those school districts and don't expect they're going to not deal with that.
Y'all hear the brother? You can't put them in them schools districts and expect them to not deal with it. Get rid of that mindset. I see a lot of people dealing with some scoffers in the chat. Pay attention to the lesson. All right? Pay attention to the lesson. All right? We don't want to have that mentality. All right? I'm going to send my kids to the best school. Therefore, I'm going to send them amongst the Edomites. I'm going to send them amongst the Moabites. I'm going to send them amongst the Canaanites. All right? And they're going to treat your children like crap. Okay? They're going to smile in your face. All right? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. But war, all right, was in his heart. All right? I got him here now. Now I'm going to tear him down mentally so that they can have an 80% rate of possible suicide, man. Because you're doggone sending them to these doggone institutions of learning where they have the underhand. We already got the doggone underhand in the hood. Less supplies, all right? The worst doggone material, the worst education, the worst facilities, okay? Our teachers don't care. They just want a paycheck. But you're sending them off, giving them giving them a less of an advantage. Okay?
But what I told you guys before is that anytime our population numbers are so minor and you have a 90+% population of them folks, problems going to rise every single time because they're going to get more emboldened because there's more of them. I have noticed that. Now, when it's a lesser number of them or it's an equal number of everybody, it's not as bad. But let me tell you why. The school student body is 87% white, while less than 1% students are black. That's an issue.
87% black. I mean, Salakia. 87% white, 1% black, and the rest are other nations. Now, there may be some Hispanics floating around there, maybe some Native American, okay, brothers and sisters floating around there. The count is kind of off, okay? But they're saying 87% are so-called black. Salakia, 87% are so-called white, okay? That's jacked up, brothers and sisters.
All right.
Okay? Why would you put your children at a disadvantage? Stack them up. All right? The game is on all Madden, and you gave them one life. Okay?
The town is a small town of 1,200, and it's predominantly white. You cannot do that, brothers and sisters. You can't put your children in that situation. You can't, because they're going to deal with more racism than average. Now, if she was in a city like Houston, she wouldn't be putting up with that problem. Or she was in Atlanta or Charlotte or, places like that, she wouldn't be putting up with that problem, because there'll be more people there to be on her side. And the way she described it probably sounded like another white student that was sticking up for her. But anytime a white person stands against racism, they are treated worse than the black person, because they're off code with that. This child has been harassed ever since she was a little girl, calling her the N-word. One time they put a letter in her locker that had the N-word and called her a slut. Heard another classmate ask a friend, is it a hate crime if I slap a black girl? I mean, just want to do all kind of violence to her. Why, as a parent, you could sit there and allow your child to be subjected to that? Why? I don't get that. There's no way I'm going to leave my child in an environment like that with a bunch of white supremacists. I'm not going to do it. I mean, my child has to be protected. Your children have to be protected. And some of you that get with these other, groups of women, and then you go up there to their areas where it's predominantly white, then you have your children with them, and then now your children deal with the same thing. If anything, you may come move to your area. Like that one brother that left Charlotte, North Carolina, go way up there to Iowa, that truck stop that I covered on our other channel, African Diaspora News Insider, where he got stabbed up in the neck by a white supremacist while he was filling out a job application. And the white supremacist said he was trying to kill him because he was black. But if he wouldn't have been
blunt with it, that's right. I was trying to kill him because he was black. They don't care. They have a perpetual hatred for you.
Right.
All right. And they can get away with it, Jake.
Been in that area, and he'd have been in Charlotte, North Carolina, where all the brothers and sisters at, he would be dealing with issues and problems. Don't be moving in them places. I keep telling y'all that. It's not safe. It is not safe. Year-old student that's suing a school.
Stop putting your children in a disadvantage. That is what the world has taught you. The world has taught you, in order to be successful, you gotta doggone move, all right, where the doggone white folks at. You gotta go to their institutions of learning if you want to compete. Okay? Hey, look, I can't tell you what to do with your children. I really can't. Okay? I really can't. And I'm not saying that your kids can't be successful in that environment. All right? We got the curses thrown at us 247 anyway. As soon as we walk out the door, we target, especially if you're in this truth. Con? Okay? But what I'm telling you is your thought of sending them to those doggone places, all right, to be around their enemies, all right? Give me that in the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and 10. Putting your children, all right, in those situations where they're around their enemies is idiotic. It's completely idiotic, and it ain't logical. You're setting them up for failure. And I know that's what was taught to us, though, by grandma, okay, by grandpa, all right, and their parents as well. Read.
This the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemies, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Never trust your enemy, man. Okay? Never trust your enemy. All right? Iron is sure to rust. They may seem all nice, okay, and logical, you know what I mean, and fair. But eventually that rust is gonna surely show. All right. And you don't want a doggone even be in a position to have to deal with it. We can't escape the curses, like I said before. All right. But don't just doggone put your children in that situation. Okay, because you think you're doing something smart, you're actually doing something very dumb.
That's right.
All right. And we need to change our way of thinking. Okay. All right. We need to do more things for ourselves. All right. We need to gather ourselves together and educate our children. It's enough brothers and sisters out here with some doggone cash in their pockets to make that happen. All right. But we're too doggone selfish. Okay. We're too selfish competing with one another. All right. We're too doggone selfish wanting to get the next doggone Birkin bag. We're too doggone selfish wanting to get a doggone McLaren. All right. Worrying about the cares of the world, man. All right. All these doggone gatekeepers out here, man. All right. In these so-called high places, man. Hey, man, y'all failing us, man. Y'all failing us. All right. And especially the doggone Christian church. Y'all really failing us because y'all blind as bats. Okay. All right. But look, I kind of misspoke earlier. All right. Talking about transitioning from the video. Okay. All right. But look, I want y'all to see, all right, how this carries over. All right. Into adult life. All right. From a female perspective. Okay. In the hood. Okay. All right. We're going to go to Birmingham, Alabama with it. All right. Say something to the people.
Hey, so Salaki, Adam, I could get a precept real quick before you jump to the video.
Go ahead.
All right, so this the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. So you can't just have the mindset, well, I can't leave my kids in schools in the hood because they're not gonna get an education. You know, I gotta send them where the white folk at. You sending them into a war zone. Technically, you sending them to be oppressed by a nation that Amos 1 and 11 say hate you. They have a bloodlust hatred for you. Like the brother said in the video, when it's predominantly them, they're gonna show their hatred towards you. They're not gonna rise up when it's 90% y'all and only a few of them. They're gonna stay crouching like, you know, like they're not even there, man. Right? You know, because they know you're stronger than them. They know you're not gonna tolerate that. But when it's only 10 of y'all and 100 of them, they gonna show that they hate you, man. That's why the Aqua was saying y'all gotta read, and it's hard to escape the curses because we know we
Black
going
women in the
we in
U.S.
the
are
hood.
nearly 3 times more likely to die during pregnancy or delivery than any other.
Hey, my bad, King. I picked the wrong one. I picked
All
the
good.
wrong one. All right, hold on for
So,
a minute. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, go ahead, King. Speak.
Oh, it's like it, right? So we know we in the hood, and it's hard to escape the curses, man. But it's even worse when you're dealing firsthand with your enemy. And that's all I had to say. I yield.
All right, Con. Hey, so we look at a part of the title, right? Okay, so a part of the title, all right, of the lesson tonight, all right, was racism causes mental illness in Israelites, right? Okay, that's what studies are showing us. Now, look, why do so many Black women die in pregnancy? All right, one reason is doctors don't take them seriously. Okay, all right. So look, hey, remember, all right, racism. It started before grade school, right? Our brothers and sisters got all these issues going on. Okay, and now we're plagued by not only mental illness, okay, but physical illness. Con, all right. But what did it stem from? Okay, so we're reading this part right here, chapter 1 to the article, Birth to Death, right? And it was called, Why Do So Many Black Women Die in Pregnancy? One reason, doctors don't take them seriously. Okay, doctors do not take them seriously. All right, now I'm going to show you this it's an article, but it's also, just a second there, brothers and sisters. Okay, it's an article. All right, but I put the volume on. Okay, I put the volume on so you can hear it. Okay, and the sisters are going to chime in as well. All right, you got these two sisters that were in the pictures. They're from Birmingham, Alabama. They're going to talk about some traumatic experiences that they had during their pregnancy. Okay. All right, there we go.
Black women in the U.S. are nearly 3 times more likely to die during pregnancy or delivery than any other race, and sometimes it's because of racial bias. Angelica and Ansonia Lyons are sisters from Birmingham, Alabama, and they both had traumatic pregnancies. Angelica became pregnant in 2019, and her son was due the following January. Angelica, who worked at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, says she experienced severe pain during her pregnancy, and in October checked into the hospital affiliated with the university. She says she was treated for constipation, but her pain persisted.
I got in.
All right. Hey, so my moderators in the chat, remove the scoffer from the chat. Okay. I want the scoffer removed from the chat because this scoffer is distracting this lesson. All right. This is very important for the nation. All right. I want them removed. All right. Okay. I'm going to play this again. All right. Don't respond to the, don't respond to this, to the scoffer. Okay. I'm going to play this again. Everybody pay attention.
Likely to die during pregnancy or delivery than any other race, and sometimes it's because of racial bias. Angelica and Ansonia Lyons are sisters from Birmingham, Alabama, and they both had traumatic pregnancies. Angelica became pregnant in 2019, and her son was due the following January. Angelica, who worked at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, says she experienced severe pain during her pregnancy, and in October.
All right, so here you got these two sisters, all right, from Birmingham, and they're talking about how the lack of care caused them to have, extremely painful pregnancies, right? Okay, but we once again, all of this is as a result of our disobedience. Give me that in the book of Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16 real quick. Okay, give me that real quick. All right, Khan there, Captain Yara Shalom there, King. All right, yeah, these devils, man. Hey, that's prophecy, man. All right, Peter told us that, man. In the last days, there were going to be scoffers. Okay, but we can't be distracted from the lesson. Read that.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
Right.
Thy
So
conception.
we understand, all right, that from the woman came the beginning of sin. All right. So because of her dealings, all right, with the serpent, all right, which is represented by the other nations, right? Okay. Because of her disobedience and her going off, all right, from not following the law, she brought sin into the world. So the Most High said, I'm going to greatly multiply your sorrows because of this. Read it again.
Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow in thy.
Hey, the brother's freezing up. You there? Hey, read it again. Yazabad.
Another one. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow in thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt, and thy desire shall be toward thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
That's right. It says, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. I don't know if you brothers and sisters heard him clear, because he was kind of choppy to me. Okay. But in your childbirth, okay, it's going to be painful. It didn't used to be that way. Okay. It didn't used to be that way. As a matter of fact, all right, there was a time where our women would stand straight up and down on pillars, straight up and down, and the baby would come straight out of the womb, All right, they will fall down to the earth that way instead of being laid on their backs. Okay, all right, but now it's very painful. A lot of our sisters are experiencing C-sections, okay, and all sorts of trauma in their pregnancy. And it's as a result of your foremother, Eve, for bringing sin into the world. And guess what? We read it in Lamentations 5 and 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not, but we have borne their iniquity. So sisters, y'all got to go through it. That's why y'all bleed. Okay? That's why you bleed monthly. Okay? Because of result of our disobedience. And it's something that you got to endure. All right? And it's not just pregnancy. Okay? It's extreme, all right, issues during your pregnancies. Okay? It's not just pregnancy. Listen to the article.
October checked into the hospital affiliated with the university. She says she was treated for constipation, but her pain persisted.
I got into bed. I felt this strong pain from like my vaginal area all the way up to my chest. I screamed. That was literally the beginning of literally them constantly leaving me in pain.
Angelica says her pleas for help were shrugged off even after vomiting bile, and she was repeatedly sent home from the hospital because doctors and nurses claimed she was experiencing normal contractions. She says she wasn't taken seriously until a searing pain shot through her body and her baby's heart rate plummeted. She was rushed into delivery 2 months before her due date. Angelica.
So here this woman been complaining, all right, about this pain that she's been experiencing. All right. And what does the Most High sword do? Right? What does the Most High sword do? All right. They ignore you. Okay. They ignore you. All right. There's nothing wrong with you. You just constipated. Okay. This is normal. All right. This is normal. It's normal for you to go through this. All right. While you're pregnant. The woman says she felt pain from her vaginal area all the way up, all right, to her upper stomach, okay, to her chest, I believe. That's not normal, okay, and they ignored her. All right, put her on some meds, probably gave her some Motrin. All right, you'll be all right, Negro. Okay, but had that been somebody from another nation, all right, with better so-called insurance, right? Okay, they would have took care of her, but they don't have no regard for our women. They have zero regard for them. Okay, and this right here, all right, causes our sisters to be ill. This right here causes our children to be premature. All right, that's what happens. Okay, that's what happens. Listen, continue to listen.
Says she was on life support for 3 days and almost didn't make it.
It's scary knowing that I could have died. You know, I couldn't, that my mom, my sister, my ex-husband would have to be, you know, taking care of my son and I wouldn't be here. And even in my records, I think they have it down that I have PTSD with that hospital.
Angelica Lyons' experience is a reflection of the medical racism, bias, and inattentive care that many Black Americans endure. The Centers for...
All right, so, hey, the sister was on doggone life support, man.
Black women
the sister was on life support, man.
I got a precept out of one.
Go ahead, King.
Hey, back to the curses, man. That's like Adawan was stressing. Y'all gotta read, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have no assurance of thy life. So she didn't know, if you can't go to the hospital to feel safe, where can you go? Where can you go? Your kid's not safe in the schools. You're not safe in the hospital. It's nowhere you can go, man. That's why there's no denying that we the people of this book.
That's right up.
They didn't take her serious at the hospital. Are you serious? That's crazy to hear. Life support. You heard it from her mouth, man. She said, I was scared my mom was gonna have to raise my kids. because Esau didn't take her serious. That's sad. Like the brother said, hard to listen to that. That's hard to listen to, man. That make me mad. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
That's right,
Not you.
It's very hard to listen to, but a lot of our sisters, it ain't just these sisters right here. A lot of our sisters are experiencing this. Okay. That's why a lot of our sisters are having these complications, okay? Because of these doggone devils, man. All right. Yeah, we jacked up and we were supposed to doggone fall, all right, into servitude. But you didn't have to treat us like this. All right. And that's why the scripture tells you, you damn devils, all right, for your violence against your brother Jacob. Yeah, I'm talking to you specifically, Esau, for your violence against your brother Jacob. Okay, you're gonna pay. All right. That's in the book of Obadiah. All right. Okay, but let's hear from the other sister.
She's so funny.
She really thinks she run the house. You gotta share, man. Don't snatch it from me. No, not apple. No, we understand it's yours.
We do. You're making a mess. I'm able to watch what she does and kind of piggyback off of it and get advice from her. So I think it's definitely made us closer. It has. They did a balloon enema. The balloon burst in me. My mom, my sister, and my father were in the room. I got into bed. I felt this strong pain from like my vaginal area all the way up to my chest. I screamed. That was literally the beginning of literally them constantly leaving me in pain. I learned how to walk again. I have now a whole. I didn't know that I was on life support for 2 or 3 days. Never knew that.
Hey, did y'all see that hole? Did y'all see that hole in the sister's doggone stomach area, man? That's horrible, man. The sister had a hole, a deep gash. This is ridiculous, man. And this is how they feel about your sisters right here, man. Okay, that's right there, SOT Soldier Omega. You need to be mad. You need to be mad because your brothers ain't mad enough. You're not mad enough. Okay, that's why you keep sending your doggone kids to these doggone schools, man. All right, that's why you keep moving off, okay, to these doggone.
Until now. I honestly thought that I was gonna lose her. It's scary knowing that I could have died. You know, I couldn't, that my mom, my sister, my ex-husband would have to be, you know, taking care of my son and I wouldn't be here. And even in my records, I think they have it down that I have PTSD with that hospital.
All right, so we had heard from this. That was the same sister. Now this is the second sister right here.
My heart kind of dropped when he said that because I didn't want to go to that hospital. From what she had already gone through, I was traumatized.
Y'all see that? In the U.S., Black women are 2 or 3 times more likely to die during or after pregnancy than white women. All right. See how they're doggone comparing them to white women? 2 to 3 more times likely to die. You see that? Black babies are twice as likely as white babies to be born premature.
I feel like they are taught that our pain levels are not that bad. And that's not true.
You see that? That doggone Alabama flag resembles the Confederate flag. I can't stand to see it flying. When I travel to camp in Montgomery, they got they got the first White House. The very first White House is in Montgomery, Alabama. It's the Confederate White House. That's the first White House. And they got them doggone flags waving, boy. Okay? They got them flags waving. All right. You see how it resembles the Confederate flag? That's the Alabama flag right there.
This man actually mangled and dismembered and tortured these women. His statue is at our state's capitol. I'm appalled. I still have a chip on my shoulder. There's a gynecological tool here. This represents the sutures and the way the legs are put together. They've been mangled. This is the legacy of slavery. We're dying from cervical cancer. We're dying from fibroid tumors because people don't listen to us. We're not believed when we speak or we're taken seriously. That is why the mothers are here today.
My whole pregnancy, there were plenty of times I didn't think I was going to live through it or that my baby was going to live through it. But God had his hands on me and him. So I am really blessed to be able to be sitting here today and for him to be perfectly healthy. It's days where I'm like, God, why am I going through this? But I have to remind myself, you know what? I'm here though. I'm alive. So guess what? I have to make the best of it. But one thing I have to always remind myself is make sure that you treat him and take care of him the best that you can.
Sister says she got to do the best she can. Okay. All right. And she's absolutely right. Okay. All right. But our sisters don't understand, man. They don't understand that they got to come into this truth, man. All right. And they got to keep the Most High's laws and they got to have faith in Christ. All right. That's what's going to make it all better. Okay.
Yep. Precept auto one.
Go ahead, King.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38 and verse 9. My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. Verse 10, leave off from sins, and order thy hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. So that's what the sisters have to do. They gotta remember that you have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. She says she prayed to God, but she has to actually read the book and apply that wisdom that you get from reading this book to her lifestyle. And are you?
Hey, that's right, King. The only way. Hey, go ahead, King. Bring it out.
Lucky I got one. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 11 and verse 42. For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls as such as did thee no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealings come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. Right. So man, these Edomites destroy you, Jay. These Edomites destroy Israel in general, man. You can't even go to the hospital and rely on the hospital to take care of you and your newborn baby, man, to deliver a baby. Right? What else? What else to say? Salakia. It say thou hast loved liars, man. They got a statue of the man that was chopping down Eve, man. They got a statue of this man up on there. That's crazy. I yield.
It's crazy, ain't it? Okay. It's crazy. Sick. You know? And this is doggone. Hey, this right here is what we got to go through, man. Okay, this is what I get. This is the condition of the battle. Get Exodus 15 and 26. This is the condition of the battle. Because we broke the contract.
Con, I'm there.
It's easier said than done. It's easier said than done because we are stiff-necked people. That's why the Most High chose us. Because we was a challenge. Okay? Most High said, if I would have doggone chose any of these other nations to follow me, they would have did it instantly. Okay? I'm paraphrasing. Read that.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 15 and verse 26. And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight, and wilt give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee.
Read.
Which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee.
Because I am the Lord that healeth thee. Okay? Okay, the Most High said he wouldn't put no diseases or plagues on us. But because we disobeyed him, get me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 59. Okay, he mean what he say. He mean what he say, man. Okay? And no man, all right, can save you out of it. He mean it. You gonna go through it, Israel. And these devils ain't gonna care, man. I don't care that you fit the description of the Israelites. You still ain't the Israelites. You can't be the Israelites. All right? I don't care. These devils don't care, man. You God's chosen people. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 59. Then the Lord will make the plagues one. Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance in sore sickness.
And of long continuance and sore sickness. This is what you're going to have to deal with. You're going to get your doggone stomach cut open and have a big old gash, have a big old hole, all right, in your stomach, sister, because you failed to keep the Most High's law. All right? And you're still going to be looking to these devils for help. All right? You're still going to be looking for a nation that cannot save you. All right? That's backwards. The kingdom of heaven is within you, brother. The kingdom of heaven is within you, sis. We just got to tap into it, man. Okay? We just got to tap into it. We got to do the law and have faith. All of that comes from within. All of that comes from the Most High say, if you would have the faith, all right, the size of a mustard seed. You know how small a mustard seed is?
Mm-hmm.
If you had that amount of faith, you could move mountains. And you know what I mean? And that right there is physical and spiritual, okay? You know what I mean? Some brothers want to argue about whether or not that's talking about doggone physical mountains or governments, all right? If you had faith, you would get the kingdom. Point blank, period. It don't matter. All right? You need to start keeping the law. You need to start keeping the law. And you need to start having faith that the Most High is going to come back here and save you from these devils. Not doggone try to join hand in hand with them.
Right.
Because he said he's going to save you from them. Give me that in the book of Luke chapter 1 and verse 68, man.
Luke 1 and 68.
Luke 1 and 68.
Con, out of one, I'm there. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
That's right. Read on.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies.
That we should be what?
saved from our enemies.
That we should be saved from our enemies. That's what we're going to be saved from, because they got their damn foot on our neck. You walking around here in the Christian church talking about you saved already. What the hell you saved from? Your brothers and sisters still getting shot down in the street.
Right.
You still got doggone roaches crawling on your wall. All right. And stepping over doggone rats. You doggone go to the book of doggone Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6. That's reality, man. Okay. You doggone, hey, get the scripture, man. Get Haggai chapter 1 and 6. Okay. That's reality. And you talking about you saved. Okay. But you got these doggone crackers walking around here with these little bitty hats on. Okay. They own everything. Okay. They own everything. The damn Diamond District, the music you listen to, all of the doggone sports and entertainment you see, Hollywood. Read that.
This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
And you, hey, look, you ain't got enough food. Okay. Your clothes don't doggone, it's not enough to keep you warm. And every time you get some money, it's like putting it into a bag with holes in it. You're cursed. All right. And brothers is doggone keep, I don't care. I don't care. I'll never get tired of doing the Most High's will. We're going to keep telling you, because we're commanded to do so, that you need to come back to the law. And it ain't going to change until you do so. Until he's pleased with us. Okay? Until he's well pleased with us. All right? Not only are we saying it, we doing it. Okay? We doing it. Okay? And I'm sick of this place, man. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, it turns us into such a reprobate people, man. Okay? That's right, Israel. All right? You know what time it is. All right? It's time for the reprobate of the week, but guess who the reprobate of the week is? Reprobate of the week is you. The reprobate of the week is me. All right? The reprobate of the week is the Israelites. Mm-hmm. That's the reprobate of the week. Okay? Period. All right, I'm gonna show you a video. Okay, I'm gonna show you a video, man. Okay, of I like to watch Corey Holcomb a little bit. You know, he's a little carnal. You know what I'm saying? You know, but sometimes Corey Holcomb be speaking a little bit of truth. Okay, so I'm gonna play this little video. In this video, Corey Holcomb really ain't the one that's speaking. It's another brother. Okay, it's another brother. All right, but check this out real quick.
Seen Color Purple yet?
Well, we can go into that.
Hey man, this is my first time watching it as an adult.
Hold on, did you go see the new movie?
But that's an adaptation. That's a musical. The first original one's not a musical.
Okay.
This is adaptation off the Broadway.
I thought it was decent.
You like The Color Purple?
But that bitch, what's her name? Sugar?
Which one? The Taraji?
Taraji. What's her character's name? Sugar what?
Sugar. Yeah,
Sugar
Avery. Sugar Avery. She's
Sugar Avery is a scumbag bitch.
Wait, so you never saw the original?
They painted Mr. out to be this guy. I mean, he was slapping bitches for the most minuscule reason.
And all that. Come on now.
I mean, but what I'm saying is, Sugar Avery was worse than that nigga. That movie was an indictment on black men, because the black women in that movie was worse than him. You talk about Sophia, the character that Oprah played last time. She put her hands on Harpo first. When Harpo went,
listen to this,
back to defend himself, he got that ass whooped. Nobody in the theater. I was in a theater full of black people. when she hit Harpo, motherfuckers was laughing and all that. And when she came back with the black eye, everybody, people was, I heard sighs, like, you know, why he hit the bitch.
So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about it for a minute. Okay, I want you to think about everything that this brother is saying right now. And I want you to think about how backwards we think, man. Okay, the brother just talked about how, you know, Oprah, all right? Oprah was playing the character, all right? And when she was a very dominating woman. I remember that movie from way back, right? Okay, she was a very dominating woman, lady of the house, kind of like that big mama spirit. She ran stuff. Harpo, which was her man, all right, little fella, she had him in check, all right? Well, she put her hands on him, all right, roughed him up a little bit. Everybody laughed at it. Oh, you getting hands put on by a woman. Now, that's funny. All right. But she ain't got no business putting her hands on that man. She violating him. All right. She's out of order. That's not funny. She need to be put in check. Everybody that's laughing, okay, should be wanting to rebuke her. Right?
Right.
But the man, all right, which is wrong, he's wrong. Okay, he retaliates and he hits her back. Okay, and now he the worst doggone man on the face of the earth because he hit that woman. All right, she whipped his tail. All right, I'm talking about she gave him the business. Right? Okay, and then it became funny again. There's something wrong with that, man. Okay, but listen to the rest of it, man. Pay attention to how jacked up we are, okay, as a people. I was laughing right along with him, when she was whipping Harpo tail. I was laughing right along with him, okay, and didn't think twice about it because I had a reprobate way of thinking, all right?
And it took a white woman to discipline her and put her in her place. When the
Think about what he's saying. Okay. Now she got caught up and she got sent to jail, right? Right?
Right.
It took a white woman to put her in her place. She had to go to jail for 6 years. Right? Okay. Not our people that's standing around doggone watching Harpo get his ass whooped. Okay. Not our people that's doggone sitting around, you know what I mean, falling in subjection to her because she want to be, you know what I mean, a doggone bad bitch, okay, a boss doggone woman, right? Yeah. But a white woman had to put her in check to humble her down, to shut her mouth. There's something wrong with that, man.
Black man tried to put her in her place.
I love it.
That bitch did 6 years in jail, got out, was quiet.
Yep, she was like, yeah.
When her husband tried to discipline her, she put up a fight, left him for another. Didn't even talk about the other nigga she had around his kids. Suge Avery was a hero in this movie. This bitch was an adulteress. She slept with a married man and his wife. And she turned the man's wife against him. Bitch, you saw.
So here you got Suge Avery, which is in the modern day. I haven't seen the modern day, the musical, okay? Suge Avery is played by Taraji P. Henson, okay? Now, she's a doggone adulteress. An adulteress, man, okay? But she's a hero in the movie, all right? The women looking up to her character, all right? But she doggone slept around on her husband. Turned the doggone man's doggone. Listen, man, listen.
Signed the oath to serve me. And you leaving with this alcoholic bitch.
Wow.
That was crazy to me. And then
I love your point of view.
And then when she stood up for herself, which I don't mind that, everybody at the table on her side. Everybody sticking up for all that.
Nobody wanted to ever talk back to Mr. because they were all kind of feeding off of him.
I just couldn't believe the discrepancies in this movie. This movie was basically this movie is the reason that there's so many studs. I didn't realize when this movie came out. If
it's entertainment.
No,
You take it too serious.
no. Black people take entertainment serious.
Now you hear you hear the woman, right? Okay. Hey, he got a point. Hey, Corey Holcomb got a kick out of that. Okay.
Good.
This is the reason why we got so many studs. I mean, now it's debatable. Okay. But that mindset, man, of I don't need a man. Okay. That mindset of I can do what I want to do. Hey, you ain't, what I need right now. So I'm gonna go get it from somewhere else. And you know what? I'm gonna get applauded for it. And nobody's doggone holding her feet to the fire. Yes, it's just a movie, but you don't understand. I'm gonna show you. Now you see the young lady saying that it's not that serious. She's saying it's not that serious. All right, but let's see about that.
We think this shit is real.
But no. All right, let's see about that. Hold on. Say something to the people.
All right. That's almost natural for some of the worldly ease to just take up for blindly take up for another female that they don't know the whole situation as well.
Not even that, but on a deeper level, when you let your woman beat on you, you shown as a weak man. But if you beat on a woman, then you's a coward. There's no way out of there's no way out of this. You know, it's always a war on the Israelite man first. Because if you destroy the Israelite man first, you have no Israelite family. You have no structure. You have no guidance. You have absolutely nothing. You know, and that's what these movies portray.
Hey, that's right. I see a fire precept in the chat. All right. Iraq 25 and 16. That's right on time. Whoever put that in the chat. All right. Fire precept. Okay. Hey, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, in verse 16. And it reads, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. That's saying a lot right there. All right. So I'd rather doggone be with a lion and a dragon than to be with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman chambered her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right. There's nothing like the wickedness of a woman. That was right on time. I see the scripture all the times. I don't know who brought it out first, but that was right on time. Good precept. Okay. Now, I want y'all to see the contrast to this. Y'all saw the brother speaking with Corey Holcomb. Okay. But hey, let's hear from Taraji when it comes to this.
Right, this is the first generation of free slaves, right? So for her, this is the first generation. This is the first generation of free slaves, right? So for her to be so bold and her imagination where she lived in her head, to be able to be the one to get away and go out there and do something and make something of herself, that is whoa. Like, well, I don't think I've ever played a character like that before. But I guess for me, it would be the singing, like the singing, and to be.
What are you talking about? Why is this situation celebratory, man? What are you talking about? For me to get to play this role, all right? And then she doggone, what are you talking about the singing for? All right? Because you've been programmed, okay, doggone to go up in the doggone church, all right? And you receive 90% doggone singing, all right? And no word.
Good.
All right? 90% doggone singing, all right? 5% devotion and 5% lies. That's what you get. All right? That's what you get.
in this industry for more than 20 years, and to be my age, 53, and still be able to surprise my fans, I couldn't have dreamed this. You know what I mean? Like you said, God, our brains are too small, you know.
I agree, Princess. All right, I agree. Our brains are definitely too small, all right, to understand what the heck is going on. All right, because you're walking after your oppressors. That's what happens. You turn into a heathen. Get that in Jeremiah 10 and 1. All right. You turn into a heathen when you act like them. All right. You turn into a heathen. This is what we are. We the reprobate of the week, man. Because of our wickedness, man. All right. You get that, and you get me Hosea chapter 4 and 6, man. Read that.
This is the book of
A
Jeremiah,
bigger
chapter.
dream, and that's why you have to surrender.
Hey, go ahead, King.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and verse 1. Hear ye the word which thou, Lord, speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
The
And be
scriptures
not.
say, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. That's the other nations. All right. We wasn't supposed to learn that way. Now we can't doggone think for ourselves, man. Now, when we do think for ourselves, we sound like some doggone idiots, man. What are you celebrating for? You played an adulterous woman. Hey, somebody need to mute up when they're not talking, because I hear my echo coming through. All right, but go ahead. All right, read the scripture. Continue to read.
Come on, one. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for
All
the
right, that's
heathen.
enough.
Oh, come on.
All right, it's going into astrology. Okay. All right, go ahead, King. Read that other scripture.
Kind of one. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest.
We are destroyed for a lack of knowing the Most High's laws, his statutes, and commandments. Okay? We doggone think everything else matters. Okay? Hey, mute up. Mute up, brothers. Okay? We're dealing with doggone philosophies and vain deceit. As it says in the book of Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. We're off. Okay? This is our mindset. This woman is crying up here because she played the role of an adulteress. And she got applauded for it. This is what's going on. So when the brothers say, this is why we got so many studs, all right, I'm going to have to agree with them. Okay? Because these women can do whatever the heck they want to do. Okay? They don't need no man. Okay? I don't even need my husband. All right? When I want, you know what I mean, to feel good, I'm going to go find what I want from somebody else. All right? And that's why a lot of these jokers is going off. All right? The Most High is giving them up to vile affection. Okay?
Precept on one.
Go ahead, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. So she's taking pride in playing that adulterous woman, and she don't see the wickedness that she's spreading to her nation. Now yield on one.
You don't see it at all. You got something, King?
Kind of one. I got a precept.
Bring it out.
This the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Right, and we know the knowledge is talking about the knowledge of the law. right? So this woman, she's being applauded for being some sinful woman, right? And they applaud her for that, and they laugh at the woman beating on the man, right? Because we don't have no men to stand up and be men. Like Adam once said, you got women wanting to be men now. Why? Because we ain't even got no real men out here as a nation, right? But this is what captivity do to you because you don't have no knowledge on how to follow the Most High, right? Roughly paraphrasing the precept, say, I don't want to butcher it. Forget it. I yield.
This thing is crazy, man. Okay, good precepts, Akim. Okay, good precepts, man. Let's continue to hear what this devil got to say.
Our brains are too small, you know. A bigger dream, and that's why you have to surrender. You have to surrender, and so that's what I did.
Surrender to who? Surrender to what? How about you surrender to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? How about that, Taraj? Okay.
So I totally surrendered to this woman, and she taught me so much about myself. I am kind of like a klutz in real life.
She said she surrendered to that character, and it taught her so much about herself. Now she's sitting up here on this stage crying, okay, and getting applauded for playing a whore. That it taught you so much about yourself, huh? Okay. Hey, you need to wake up, princess. All right. You need to wake up, man. Hey, doggone Hollywood got these jokers off, man. Okay. But we off as well, because if we don't pay attention, if we continue, all right, to follow after the ways of this world, okay, and we continue to allow our children to be subjected to these ways, all right, we got a lot of doom and gloom, all right, in our future. All right. That's why we're watching. Okay. That's why we're watching. All right. We got to doggone remain watchful and warn our people of this madness right here. We got to change the way we're thinking. All right.
Life, and I was watching the fancy.
All right. She's done. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to end the lesson here. Okay. Hey, I really want brothers and sisters to reflect, okay, on the way we think, man. Okay. I really want you to reflect on that. Okay. We understand that the situation that we're in is as a result of our disobedience. We got that. But you got to also understand that Satan is very crafty. Okay. Satan is very crafty, man. He look, you stop doggone eating pork, man. Right? All right. You start keeping the law. All right. You know what I mean? To the best of your ability. You stop doing the things that you used to do. All right. But what do you think Satan's going to do, all right, to get your attention? He's going to try to get you another way, in a crafty way. He's not worried about the doggone sinner, all right, that sins every day. The doggone brother that smoke a doggone pound of weed a week, okay, that don't take care of his doggone family and responsibility, that steals his doggone brother's woman and steals, he's covetous of everything his brother got. He ain't worried about him because he breaking the law. That dude is a sinner on autopilot. All right? He not worried about that doggone sister, okay, that continues to doggone dress like a damn whore, okay, and goes out and sleep with everybody, man. He not worried about her. She's a sinner on autopilot.
Right.
He's worrying about those that keep the commandments of the Lord. That's what the scriptures say. The scriptures say that in that, get that scripture in Revelations, man. All right, where it says the dragon was wroth. Okay. Get that. 12 and 17.
17. This is the
Revelation.
book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimonies of the Mashiach Yahushua.
He went to make war with those that keep the law. So what is everybody talking about, man? All right. Why are you walking around here talking about you're saved? The devil is focused on those that keep the commandments of the Lord. That's who he's at war with. That's us. We the target. And he's going to be very crafty in his approach. Con? That's right there, Yotham. He said, look at the situation with Job. Okay? All right?
That's right. That's right.
And look at this, Job. There's so many. Look, that's why the scripture tells you, all right, that you got to remember the days of old, okay? All right? And you gotta remember, all right, the generations, and ask your fathers and they'll tell you. That's telling you to go back and search the scriptures, because this is where you're going to give your life lessons from. This is where you're going to get your life lessons from. Okay? Job is a representation of Israel. Lazarus is a representation of Israel. I'm not saying they're not real. They are real. But we learn from our forefathers. Okay? Jonah is a representation of the men of the Lord. Jonah didn't want to go deal with them stiff-necked jokers. He went and hid from his mission. The Most High set him straight, though. Right? Okay. We on Paul's mission today. We're on the same mission that Paul was on. We're introducing our brothers and sisters to the Hamashiach Yahushai. And a lot of our brothers have fell away from the law, just like they did in that day. A lot of our sisters have fell away from the law. They have become Gentiles. They have become Gentiles. They have become stiff-necked and disobedient and a gang-saying people. And we got to doggone pull them out of it. All right? Not everybody's going to hear, all right, this word. All right? Some are going to forsake it. All right? But we're only out here for a remnant. We're only out here for 144,000 of the elect. All right? And then them 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth going to let that wind rip. Con? All right? So we're going to continue this thing until our big brother come back here and set order. All right? By Shema Mashiach Yahushai.
By Shema Mashiach Yahushai.
All right. So we like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Hey, any of you brothers got anything else to add, man, before I play the sponsor? Hey, I forgot to shout out the platforms, okay? I always want to shout out the platforms. Truth Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, all right, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We got the brother Captain Durock. You got the brother Captain Yahweh, bringing fire, edification to the nation. All right, every Thursday, you got this lesson here. All right, conversation for the nation. Every Thursday at 8:35, 8:40 Eastern Standard Time. All right, and then you got the Sabbath class every Friday on Adawan Yahweh. Okay, Adawan Yahweh, about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube. But we want you on the call at 8:30 to fellowship with us, okay? 8:30. All right. Also, a mute up real quick, brothers. All right. Also, you got Bar for Bar with Captain Yaiquab down in Fort Myers. Okay, every Saturday. Him and Captain Aharon, our other captain down in California. All right, every Saturday. I think those brothers come on around 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then come to camp. If you are in Atlanta, Georgia, okay, Atlanta, Georgia, 1500, okay, which is 3 p.m. All right, 3 p.m. every Saturday. Come on out, okay? Come on out to Woodruff Park in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, if you're down in Montgomery, Alabama, okay, we're down by the Jimmy John's downtown on Commerce Street. All right, come and see us. All right, we're down there at about 2 o'clock. All right, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Gone. All right, so p.m. All right, Central Standard Time. You got the brothers down, all right, in Washington, D.C. with Captain Araya. Okay, hey, one of you brothers put that time All right, in the chat. I think those brothers go to camp at 3 p.m. as well. Okay, up there in DC. All right, and then you got Captain Yaquab down in Fort Myers, Florida. All right, I'm hearing brothers, okay, is interested in Fort Myers. Okay, so all praises to the Most High.
All
right,
praise.
all right. Hey, come in fellowship with us. Come to camp. All right, and we'll doggone, do our best to edify you. Con.
Con.
All right, so we want to hear from the Truth of Yah. All right, our sponsor. They keep going strong. Okay.
Welcome to the Truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's mission is to humble the world in the Truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's vision is to build up the poor man and woman in spirit. Many people are deceived by lies, deceits, frauds, pride, forward mouth, arrogance, and evil ways. The poor in spirit are attacked daily. The vision to build up the spirit is to cause people only to walk in the ways of Yahweh, just as his son Yahweh Shai and the prophets did, by not just speaking the word, but by putting every word Yahweh spoke into action.
We're the Sons of Thunder Israelites, and it's our heart's prayer and desire that you all get the Truth of Yah game.
Use our discount code SOT for additional savings.
Shalom. All right, man, let's play, man. Let's get it going, man.
Hey, the water to brother Sharaf Shamar, okay, for your generous donation there, King. We really appreciate that. Come in peace with us, King. All right, come in peace with us. All right. All right, so we can get that back to you. All right. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna send y'all off, all right, with some hot Israelite music. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It ain't like doing it for the Most High, man. We got the best artists. We got the best artists in the world.
Yeah.
Because we doing it for the Most High. It's automatic. Okay, it hit different when you doggone, filtering the doggone music with precepts, man. It hit different.
Right.
When you're doing it for the Most High. So all praises to the Most High. Bahashim Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All right.
Salaki Adawan.
Hey, go ahead, King.
Before everybody logs off, make sure you go and check out the SOT video we posted yesterday. It's called Understanding Cornelius and the Grafton Inn. It's a mighty powerful breakdown. Make sure y'all check that out.
That was fire. That was a good breakdown.
All praises to the Most High. Also, I can't believe this. The pillars of rest. I wish I'd have said something before. The pillars of rest. Hey, listen, sisters, we got the pillars of rest. We got the pillars of rest program off the ground. Okay. So look, sisters, in order for you to join the pillars of rest, okay, to be a member of the pillars of rest, all right, you need to join our Patreon. Okay, you need to join the Sons of Thunder Patreon. Just search Sons of Thunder Israelites. Okay, join that group. We got lessons for you, sisters. Okay, you can be a member. Okay, that's very active. Okay, or you can just receive the videos. Okay, all right, you can receive the videos. We got instructions for you, sisters. Okay, on how you can join. All right, but you need to join the Patreon first. The Pillars of Rest for our sisters has finally launched. All right, it's finally launched. We got edification for our sisters. All right, so we can doggone get out of this rut, man. That's one thing we got to understand, man. Coming out of this thing, a lot of brothers, we doing the work. Okay, we out here doing the work, and a lot of our instruction, and guidance has been for the brothers. Okay, it's been for the brothers, but we can't leave the sisters behind. Brothers wondering why, sisters ain't ready to doggone settle down. Okay, because sisters understand that they ain't been taught properly. A lot of them. Okay, and I'm not talking about sisters that have, husbands. Okay, we asked that our sisters, that have heads. If you have a head, you got to get permission. Got to get permission from that brother. All right, if you're gonna join our Pillars of Rest program, or even watch our videos. Okay, but got a lot of sisters out here that are in need of this information. You know what I mean? Share that information with these sisters, man. The pillars of rest. Wait a minute. Do I got something? I don't want to sell no wolf ticket right now. I don't. I thought I had something to premiere there. Okay. I'm going to get with the brothers to make sure we can, kind of promote that thing a little bit. Okay. All right. But if you sisters are interested, okay, in joining the Pillars of Rest with the Sons of Thunder Israelites, okay, and being taught, you know what I mean, how to endure as a sister in this truth. Okay. You know what I mean? Go ahead and join our Patreon. All right. And get that information. The sister Benaiah Bat Ephraim says, Pillars of Rest unite. That's right. Okay. That's right. We need Pillars of Rest. As brothers in this truth, we need that thing. You know, we dealing with the wiles of the world, you know, out here, you know what I mean? Dealing with Esau and his madness and our bosses at work and, you know, these devils at work, and, you know what I mean? And then we go out to camp and have to deal with those spirits, and we need pillars of rest. Okay. Women that are going to hold us down. That's what you're here for. All right. To be a helpmeet. And that doesn't reduce you as a woman. That doesn't reduce you. That's a beautiful role to play. Okay. As a beautiful role to play. And it doesn't diminish you either. That ain't all you cooking and cleaning ain't all you do. Okay. All right. Proverbs 31. Woman had her own bag. God. Okay. You got to learn about it. You know, they try to call us a coat. You know what I mean? Try to diminish us. No, we got your best interest at heart. Give me the book of Romans chapter 10 and 1. Okay. Give me the book of Romans chapter 10 and verse 1. This is our mission. All right. Give me that. Romans 10 and 1.
This is the book of Romans chapter 10 and verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
It is our hope, prayer, and desire that the nation of Israel be saved. Khan? Hey, Shalom, brother. We're going to send you out with some of this fire music. Khan?
Khan.
I got to get there.
The truth, you know. Hey, yo, you recording? All praises.
It's time to rise up. No more being lazy. Cause when you know the truth, that's when they call you crazy. See, round here, it ain't all gravy. Some people rhyme with scraps, and it's all safety. They say what goes around comes around. I guess that's why some of my enemies don't come around. I speak the truth in every bar. And it's a light in every star. Let's wake up and realize who we are. Why? Because there's blood behind every scar. Look, the Jews were black. It's written in the book. They say you wanna hide something from a black man and put it in the book. Hey, facts. But that's just how it is. It's sad, but that's just how it is. But we get blamed for the way we live. But they never blame the ones that taught it to us. It's just a life cycle. But I'm just trying to be the best, just like Michael. It's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Where I come from, you gotta put away your fears. Only a few wanna see you up. But most people wanna see you down. That's why my smile, it turned to a frown. When you a king, you deserve a crown. It's all praises to the Most High. I'ma keep His commandments till I die. I know sometimes we like to ask why, but I learned that you gotta let the Lord work. He do it. I know I'm here for a reason. Damn, they killing for no reason. Yeah, it's been a bloody season. My people constantly fighting demons. See, I appreciate everything. All the love, all the hate, I mean everything. Giving wisdom to my offspring. We laced up like shoestrings. Just putting on for the home team. They'll try to block your shine like sunscreen. They will. Yeah. Hey, don't mind me just giving wisdom to my offsprings. Hey, let's keep the holy days, and stay away from old ways, Let's keep the holy days, Let's keep the holy days and stay away from old ways. Let's keep the holy days and stay away from old ways.
I just need a little faith in the Most High. He order all the steps I take. Time may get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. I will walk the water for your grace. Grace. I will walk the water for you. Daily reflection got me vexed about my ways. Then I reproach myself, this flesh I can't escape. Put myself in check, Nike tracksuit in this case. A two-edged sword, you know that word, katana blades. Blades cut me asunder so my carnal mind don't blunder. Thank the Most High for SOT, I'm out that slumber. I pray I'm of the multitude that you can't number. Times he had blessed me like in forests counting trees. Yeah, how a light is judgment, bring it to your knees. And it's a thin line between just enough and greed. Yeah, greed. I'm hungry for some righteous knowledge, I'm intrigued. Instruct on how to make it better for our seed. Loving your people, it's just more than a good deed. Seasons we got crabby with each other, disobeyed. So he put a nation over us, men that were base. They pervert the truth, they full of hate, they reprobates. Truth he made us all, but us and you can't conflate. Both found in the ditch when the fool tries to lead the blind. To be upright man, perfect the laws and be divine. Take me through that fire, a new mind to be refined. Even if at night the light hit gold, we still gon' shine. We still gon', yeah. You got that title that don't make you a good leader. You think your followers be gassing you, that's ether. He's pimping past the McIntyre congregation's Reba. Yeah, I see it. The wicked prosper, don't get caught up with the allure. A constant thought is when our nation gon' get restored. Search for the answers, keep the laws at the end, endure. Yeah, endure. All the advices in the book that the fool won't visit. And wisdom show herself, the few and the most won't get it. A wise man said, is this for sure or are you committed? Yeah, I'm in this. I'm putting bricks in for myself, you make your decision. The map is laid, I took the step, you trust your improvisions. A mustard seed of faith, now watch it grow up through the ceiling. And the Most High, he order all the steps I take. Time may get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. I will walk the water for your grace. Grace. I will walk the water for your grace.
Cut this out, build a beat up.
Shalom now, Akim.
Shalom,
Shalom.
shalom, shalom.
Hey, brother, we still live, man. Hold on.
Okay.